upon you to recognize the noble qualities which up till now I've kept suppressed, locked up in my bosom.
My dearest darling, so great is the power of your love over me. As the infinite ocean, my eternal destiny, my love completely swallows me.
Rachel, beloved, if only I were able to express how I feel when you are near me. Soon will I share with you my humble castle in Wissenheim. You will surely enjoy watching my troops standing in fine array as we enter the throne room together. Then will I lift you up to be my princess, and you will be mine forever. Oh, to be your princess! At last to be the Countess Rachel von Finkenstein, wife of the Grand Elector of Wissenheim and Wilhelmsdorf, no longer the Jewess Rachel Levine. With pounding heart do I kiss the hem of your cloak. Ah, lovely, glorious feeling, gratitude, respect. Rachel, beloved, oh, to be dying from a wound received in the holy wars of our great and divine Emperor Frederick, and to have you by my side to ease the agony with your charming and magical love.
My dear Count Finkenstein, my love Carl Gustav, my heart belongs to you all of my life. Beautiful object, you enchant me, you possess me eternally.
Upon you to recognize the noble qualities which up till now I've kept suppressed, locked up in my bosom.
My dearest darling, so great is the power of your love over me. As the infinite ocean, my eternal destiny, my love completely swallows me.
X. I hear the Count has got it in his head to marry that Levine woman, Rachel. So now at last she can become an excellency and a countess. Why? Is there nothing the Jews cannot achieve? X. Till today they were resigned to their historical, inexorable Old Testament fate. But now the fate of the Jews has become the curse which the children of its adherents vainly try to flee in all quarters of the globe. These days you find these rich Jews everywhere. My dear Rebbe, may I have a word with you? If I am not mistaken, you Jews may not go driving on your Sabbath day. But let me tell you a secret. Last week on the Jewish Sabbath, I was enjoying the spring air at the gardens, and what do I see? Our hostess, Rachel Levine, this lovely Jewish princess of yours, is driving by with the singer Marchetti in a beautiful carriage with 4 white horses. We were all quite impressed. Now, what do you think about that, Rebbe? Menachem answers, Rachel, is what Count Gens saying the truth? Rachel has been standing downstairs right with Count Finkenstein. Now she walks to Gens, speaking as she moves. Gensi, sweetheart, why are you always such an instigator? She pinches his cheek a bit too hard for his comfort. And enfant terrible. Ha ha ha! And now, les confessions de Jean-Jacques Rachel. Confessions of Rachel the Jewess. Why did I do such a blasphemous act? I did it because I wanted to. And since your blame I will not endure, there remains for me but to say no. And I do. Lying is lovely, nobody saw me. I shall deny it to anyone's face. Eternal dissembling, myself dismembering, I say no to remembering my Jewish race. So make your denials think your own truth. With reason, escape the murderous acts. My infamous birth as Rachel the Jew is gone, since I choose not to notice the facts. Facts mean nothing to me, you see, for whether they're true or not, the facts can be denied by me, and if you don't like that, so what?
As it is, I do not forget this shame for a single second. I drink it in water, I drink it in wine, I drink it with the air in every breath. The Jew must be extirpated from us. That is the sacred truth, and it must be done even if life itself be uprooted in the process. Not Rachel Levine, but Countess Rachel von Finkenstein. Like a magic formula, my new name will help me to become one human being among others. A person like me cannot be a Jew. I only hope that Jacobson, with all his money, does not succeed in bringing about a Jewish reform here. Not Jacobson and not Mendelssohn do we need now. The great man of the hour is our own beloved German philosopher Johann Gottlieb Fichte. Rebbe, have you read his glorious addresses to the German nation? You need not answer. Nevertheless, it is the hour of Fichte. Fichte, my soul, comfort, my hope, my riches. Rebbe, you must understand that history does not evolve according to the mysterious and strange law of a circular Jewish dance. Rather, the true and proper human being sees the truth and makes himself according to his own true vision. Fichte is absolutely right. The coming generation must be separated from the corrupt, dead tradition and protected during the time of its education. No longer just a link in a chain. Each child now has the opportunity to be gripped by the truth itself. Not dark primitive feelings and superstition, but clear understanding must be the starting point and basis of the new social order. What you see around here in my salon, Rebbe, is merely the glow which emanates from the light of Fichte's brilliant mind. Here in this small room on Jagengasse Street, I have assembled the vanguard of Fichte's new world. Look around you, Rebbe, and feast your eyes. Here you see a pleasant and living world of cultivated personalities. Sudden bright illumination floods the entire stage. The cast is arrayed as a caricature of what Rachel is describing, exaggerating the various virtues and traits to the point of absurdity. The staging needs to be worked out carefully here with an eye to Brechtian comedy, especially clever juxtapositions of the various tracks, visual, text, sound. Royal princes, foreign ambassadors, artists, scholars, and businessmen of every rank, countesses and actresses. In my salon, each one can be truly himself, the artist of his own life, the beautiful flowering of his own genius. Each one of us craves only the truth. Each one of us has thrown aside the shriveled husk of dead tradition and seized the torch of his own destiny. Each one has made of his life a perfect work of art. Each one has emerged gloriously as a truly cultivated personality. There was Prince Louis Ferdinand, who said of me that I am a moral midwife who provided one with so gentle and painless a confinement that a tender emotion remained from even the most tormenting ideas. He came home accompanied by his mistress, Pauline Wiesel, and by his brother-in-law, Prince Radziwill. Ministers and diplomats came, among them Privy State Councillor Stageman, who 20 years later refused to receive me. There was the Swedish ambassador, Brinkman. Peter von Gualtieri, who belonged to court society, had never written anything, and who I counted as one of the four vain men, and nevertheless thought very well of him. Count Tilly, who spoke tremendously well. I am an auditorium for him. He is a kind of stage director of life for me. Besides these, there were my old friends David White, a Jewish doctor, and William von Burgsdorf, who spent his time in that aristocratic dilettantism which has always been the pastime of the nobility, but which now has acquired new value and status as self-cultivation. There were the famous actor Fleck and the actress Unzelmann, whom all the men were in love with, and there was Christel Eigensatz, Jensen's new mistress, and the famous singer Marchetti. There was a Bohemian original, Countess Pachte, who ran away from her husband and was living with some bourgeois. Far more conventional was the attendance of all the well-known writers and publicists of the period in my room, the humble brothers although neither like me, Friedrich Schlegel, Clemens von Brentano, Friedrich de la Motte Foucault, Ludwig and Friedrich Tieck, Adalbert von Chamisso, Friedrich von Gentz, Friedrich Schleiermacher, the classic philologist Friedrich August Wolff, Jean Paul, who complimented me handsomely and justly. You treat life poetically, and consequently life does the same for you. Master of the world, today I live life like I never have before. I have never lived so good a life as I have this day. I have been to the far edge of your people Israel, the place where the boundary of Israel ceases. Until now, I dwelt alone, outside the camp. Now I begin. I used to think it was my evil urge that said to me, no one can lead the young people as well as you. But now I know clearly that I really am the single leader of this generation in the world. Now I know at last that there is no other leader like me. The world has not yet tasted of me at all. If they were to hear but a single one of my teachings with the melody and dance that belong to it, they would simply pass out. Their souls would just leave them in a great and wondrous joy. Even the animals and blades of grass would be affected. Everything in the world would simply pass out of itself. The defeat of these monstrous creatures can be brought about only by a great tzaddik. Only he is capable of binding all their desires to a root in the divine will, like Moses did in the hour of his death. And where is your great sage of holiness now? Reb Mordechai Daniel of Schulz-Rina? The false leaders of today are lying hypocrites who imitate the true tzaddik like apes. The devil himself finds it too difficult to lead the whole world astray, so he appoints one leader in one place and another someplace else. These celebrities sit all day wrapped in talus and tefillin like czars in their courts, and the people follow them into sin. The souls of Israel descend into the husk of the unclean world. Then must your beloved daughter, Shekhinah, your lost princess, also fall away from you into exile, so that she may struggle to gather up the lost souls of Israel. Dear Lord, how you must grieve for your lost princess, and how she longs to return to you. What about me? What about your servant Menachem? Rabbeinu Shalom, I hear your call. I see how you suffer in your longing for your wandering people and your princess who tries so hard to bring them back to you. I feel in my heart how much your people Israel long to return to you. Nachamu, Amin, Nachamu, Nachamu, Yomar Elohechem, Dabru Elei Yerushalayim, Vekilu Elei Kimala Tzivah, Ya Tzion, 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 b'mishpat tipadeh, v'shaveha b'tzedaka, Yai, Nachamu, Amin, Nachamu, Nachamu, Yom Elohechem, Kirna yitzar avonecha, ki lakecha miyad Hashem kiflaim, bechol chatoteha, bechol chatoteha.